But I always take back to school as one of the times when, if I generated their contact information back in March, in January, last fall, last back to school, last summer, and depending upon which methods you're using to follow up with them, I would go back maybe as far as 3 or 4 years. Maybe you go back to 2020 at this point. But you can follow up with them by direct mail. And so direct mail is more expensive. So you're going to be a little bit more judicious on how far back you go. But if I had 1,000 people to follow up with, maybe what I do is I hit them 3 or 4 or 5 times with postcards and letters for back to school. But then what I do is everybody in my prospect database, I hit them daily with email, 2 or 3 times a week with text messages. I would leave them all ringless voicemails. And that's literally where you record a message. It sounds like you're leaving a voicemail on their voicemail, and it doesn't ring their cell phone, and it puts them out all at once. And then I would put human beings on the phone and start at the top of the list, work my way to the bottom, and just keep cycling. And what I would do is I'd organize the list by recency. In other words, if they're a new lead in August, they go on top. If they're a lead from 3 years ago, they go on the bottom. And I just go through the list, and I keep going through the list, and try to get them in for an introductory class for back to school. So number two is really organize your lead database, and then just hammer it, and hammer it with, oh, by the way, the other thing you can do is you can retarget them on Google. You can retarget them on Facebook. So if you're using Kate and link selling for your Facebook ads, just send them over the list of all the prospects. Send them an Excel spreadsheet with all the data points you have, but email, phone number, mailing address, everything you have. And then they can tell Facebook to target those people. If you're using somebody to do Google ads, for instance, Rev Marketing, you can send them over the list, and they'll upload it all and do retargeting ads on Google and all of Google's properties for that.